the heck? He followed me here, guys. Oh crap. Bang water numbers. He's coming. He's coming. Now, as you can see from the title of this video, this is about the top 10 figures this year. Though this is actually the top 10 figures I got this year. Shout out to that toy guy for this idea. This will be the first scripted video, so sorry if it's a bit weird and unusual. Also, I'm sorry I've been gone so long. I've just been moving for a long time and didn't have a place to record for a long time. Like, literally today, I just got this little wooden thing, and then I'm putting it on this thing I had in like 5th grade. A little pencil case. Anyways, let's start. Starting off with the honorable mentions for this video, we have Generations Selects Voyager Class G2 Ramjet. Also, sorry if my voice is aiming one way, then starts looking the other side, because I am doing that. I'm looking at my notes right here. This figure is actually really good. It just has a bunch of QC issues. It would be it'd be way higher on this list if it wasn't for the QC issues, to be honest. The colors on this figure look really nice. Now, the figures I'll be looking at in this video, I have not done reviews yet, so stay tuned for when those come out. Anyways, this figure has a ton of issues, especially this insanely loose arm. Whee! And just the horrible yellowing.
Oh, I'm hurt! Oh, my neck! My back! My neck and my...
I don't actually think this mold is as bad as people say it is, but I definitely prefer the Earthrise Seeker mold over the Conehead version, but this is still pretty good. The transformation is very simple but effective. And the F-15 you end up with is really, really nice. Although I still prefer the F-22 Raptors that the original Earthrise Seeker mold transformed into, but this is still pretty freaking sick. Number 10. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Detritus. This figure only has one main issue. Stay tuned for the video. The mold itself isn't all that great. Plus the boring colors, plus the fact that I've had the original Siege version of this mold, plus the very cheap feeling plastic. It makes sense why this is at the number 10 spot. And he actually turns into a pretty good Jeep. But again, the colors are just not doing it for me. I don't know. Number 9. Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Brawn. I wasn't entirely sure if he was bad enough for this spot, but then I looked back on all the figures I got this year and realized he isn't all that great. And his alt mode ends up being even better than his robot mode, in my opinion. Number 8. Studio Series Deluxe Class Perceptor. Now, this figure as a whole is not bad, except when you think about his insanely boring colors. Now, they don't look that bad on camera, but in person, they're a lot worse. This figure just has too many cons to overrule the pros. I mean, right out of the box, my copy has insanely loose joints on almost everything except for the legs. Well, except for these. These are fairly loose. And his colors are just so, weirdly muted looking in person, because it's just not very bright. None of his colors are very bright. His gun isn't even blast effect compatible. There's not a port there. Number 7. Legacy Titan Class Metroplex. Sorry, you just saw my dogs there. Figure is good. But this, like the other figures behind him, has its issues. Because of how heavy he is, he's literally 11 pounds, I weighed him. He's just hard to hold or pose or even transform. The joints are also insanely loud. I'm not going to do them because it's 11 o'clock. And the transformations aren't even that fun. I'm not going to do it because it's really light. So it's mainly because of the clunkiness and the heaviness and just nothing really wants to go where it's supposed to be. Number 6. Generation Selects Voyager Class Artfire. This is actually quite a good pack due to him coming with a lot of accessories. I've already had this mold before, Grapple, but I ended up selling almost all of my Transformers on eBay a year ago, and I've been slowly collecting them back. This coloration is well superior to both Grapple and Inferno, and the transformation is even better than Grapple's due to the extra step being added for his retool. And he turns into this really cool, old-looking fire truck that puts even Infernos to shame. Number 5. Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Bumblebee. I didn't think this figure would be deserving of this spot until I realized this is actually the best mainline Bumblebee they've ever made. G1 Bumblebee, that is. In some parts, he even looks better than the Masterpiece version. And he ends up with this adorable little car. Number 4. Legacy United Voyager Class Ferric. This figure is tall. He's almost as tall as some of my leader class figures. That's a leader class, that's a Voyager class. This figure is pretty great in every way except for just the boring colors. And also these stupid guns at the back. Number 3. Siege Deluxe Class Refractor Reconnaissance Squad 3-pack. This thing. Pretty sure it's supposed to be some sort of spaceship, but it just looks pretty dumb. The colors on this set are just like really good, especially with Spectro. The colors just like really work for me.
Oh, I'm hurt.
This set also comes with a lot of accessories. And this little guy. Number 2. Legacy Evolution Leader Class Armada Universe Megatron. This figure is good. The problem with him, he just has a butt ton of little inconveniences that hold me back from putting him in the number 1 spot. The transformation is really fun, if not a little simple, and the alt mode is really good. He's just so cool and clunky, and it looks great in the alt mode. Number 1. Legacy Voyager Class G-Axis. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the heck is G-Axis doing in the number 1 spot, you idiot? Well, it's a really hard decision between him and Megatron, but I ended up choosing G-Axis, mainly because he just has less issues. The figure is pretty great all around with above average posing, interesting accessories, a really cool head sculpt, really tall for a Voyager class, great colors, and a really fun transformation. And with that transformation, you get this thing. It's not bad, even if it looks completely different from what he originally looked like in the comics, but,
Oh, I'm hurt.
yeah, I'm glad that it is. The main problem I have with this figure is the weird, yellowing, or greening. It's not showing up very well on camera, but it's there. It's like right there. I don't think you can see it, but it's really bad. And that's my list of the top 10 figures this year. Obviously, this is just my opinion, so don't get angry in the comments. Again, I got this idea from That Toy Guy. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, or whatever the YouTubers say. I don't really care if you do that, but goodbye. Whoosh.